There's something about Saturdays and the racetrack, and that's exactly what we have in store tonight on Aqueduct Insider. With the big Pick Six fever in the air, we transition off Jamaica Bay with that southeastern view to our second-floor clubhouse studios and welcome you aboard Aqueduct Insider with Jason Blewett and Richard Migliore. And we kid you not, and you were outside today, it was in the 60s on Saturday, December 12th.
It feels more like we're going into spring as opposed to going into winter. It's warm in the studio with these lights. It's warm outside, and we have that shot of Jamaica Bay. Makes me feel like I want to go swimming.
I was going to say, you want to go take a dip after the show?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's do it.
All right, I'll stop home, I'll get my suit, and off we go to Jamaica Bay. And we may be studying for a triple carryover in the Pick Six. We'll have, of course, today's big Pick Six carryover with about 800,000 in the pool. We'll have all the legs momentarily on the show. But it is Saturday after all, and that means we've got our weekly California Chrome update, and he continues to train forwardly for Art Sherman with his January 9th, 2016 return coming up.
As we're watching him win last year, the Hollywood Derby on the turf, which I think was probably what sealed the three-year-old championship for him. When there was a point where it might have been in doubt, I think, but I think this got him home. I love the progression in his workouts. I love the way he's picked up the tempo in each work. He's now had his second 5/8, about a second faster than last week. His gallop outs have been better from what I've been hearing, and I just think Art Sherman has such a finger on the pulse of what makes California Chrome tick. And I think we're going to see a real good California Chrome when he comes back.
And he'll be fresh as a 5-year-old, and it keeps getting better for Victor Espinoza. You lose your Triple Crown and Breeders' Cup Classic winner, American Pharoah, to retirement, and you're back on the horse you won the Derby and Preakness on in 2014. It must be pretty nice.
Yeah, it's Victor's world, and we're all just living in it. I mean, he actually, I think, was the runner-up in the World Jockey Championship, Frankie Dettori. Now, I don't know how they score those things, but the fact that Javier Castellano wasn't even in the running towards the end of the year tells me there might be a hole in their system.
You would think so, but Hong Kong, of course, the spot where Victor Espinoza was riding over the last few days. And let's get you down to Gulfstream Park. No Saturday this time of the year will be complete without a trip to the Gulf, and we do so with Larry Colmus and the Rampart off the quarter pole.
Continues to make progress. Going to have to come 5 wide around Moment of Delight, though. And then comes Curlin's Princess Pink Puppy and Stiffed on the outside. 3/4 in 111 flat. They're into the stretch. And up the rail, it's Cali Star. Best Behavior on the outside, the two favorites. But Cali Star getting away now. Cali Star opening up. Best Behavior is next. Moment of Delight and Stiffed on the far outside as Cali Star and Tyler Gaffalione take the Rampart by 2.5 lengths on the wire. And that was Best Behavior, followed by Stiffed.
Back-to-back wins in the Rampart for trainer Marty Wolfson. He also ran 1-2, sending out Cali Star, the winner, over Best Behavior.
Cali Star looked like she was under a pretty fierce drive leaving the 3/8 pole, but she kept finding, and that's something we see a great deal of. Marty Wolfson's horses continually find air. They can withstand that long drive. And I was curious. I didn't get to watch a lot of races from Gulfstream, but maybe the inside was the place you wanted to be, because it looked like at the 3/8 pole, I wouldn't have given you a lot for her chances, but she kept finding.
Let's move to the turf. We stay with the fillies and mares, and we'll go back to Larry Colmus for the stretch run of the South Beach.
Tuta Paesi's coming 4 wide. And also mounting a charge is Laurie Storr from the back of the pack. Here comes Laurie Storr getting going. Wide open in the South Beach as they come to the top of the stretch. And here comes Tuta Paesi and Laurie Storr. These two take the lead. Unbridled Courage is next. Hope Cross is gaining ground on the inside. Tuta Paesi, Hope Cross on the outside. Laurie Storr, Tuta Paesi, and Krista Carlo have won it. And then it was Hope Cross second, followed by Laurie Storr third. And then
Krista Carlo taking a saddle on the road, and a very nice ride for Hall of Fame trainer Bill Mott with the Irish-bred Tuta Paesi.
I think Chris is such an underrated rider. He doesn't do things with a lot of flash. He's just very economical with the way he finishes on horses, but he rides such a smart, strategic race, and I think it pays off particularly on the turf. But good to see him get a nice win for a Hall of Famer like Bill.
And he'll travel for Mott. He travels for Pletcher. He's found a nice little niche in some big barns as maybe sort of a B-level rider as far as going out of town, and he made the most there for Team Valor. Ladies, let's get you to the action today at the Big A. The real story, in addition to the big Pick Six carryover, Leave the Light On. He won the Remsen back in 2014. He was coming in off a 378-day layoff in Saturday 7th. He's got the rail, and we go up to John and Brielle.
Seto shows speed from the extreme outside and is trying to clear the field, get over to the inside, and Seto has done that in front here in the early going with Day of Fury racing in second. Our Caravan is third. Integrity is on the outside in fourth. Dance Champion has found his way down to the rail and is running in fifth. Then Leave the Light On next in sixth, followed by Farhan in seventh, and Made in Detroit and North Slope trails the field in ninth. The opening quarter mile, 23 and 4/5 seconds. Day of Fury now goes up to take over the lead. It's Day of Fury in front by a half length. Seto runs in second by a length. Then it's Integrity in third, 2.5 lengths to Our Caravan next in fourth. Dance Champion is fifth, about 6 lengths from the lead. Then it's Farhan and Leave the Light On. And farther back, the two trailers, North Slope and Made in Detroit. Half mile, 46 and 4/5 seconds. Day of Fury leads the field midway on the turn. Day of Fury by 2 lengths. Then it's Seto and Integrity right together, second and third. Farhan is putting in a move down towards the rail. And then it's Our Caravan, followed by Dance Champion. Farther back is Leave the Light On. 3/4 in, 1:11. Day of Fury has a 3-length lead. Here's Our Caravan now coming on. Day of Fury, Our Caravan on the outside. Day of Fury and Our Caravan, and Our Caravan goes right on by. Our Caravan wins by a little more than 2. Day of Fury held second. Then it was Farhan and
Day of Fury runs a gigantic race, but he is run down late by the number 5, Our Caravan, who showed up with a big effort off the claim for Rudy Rodriguez, while Leave the Light On never involved.
The Leave the Light On just did not run a step, really. I mean, he lost his footing a little bit leaving the gate, and with all the speed in there, he never has won a race unless he's been on the lead. And this was a bunch of hard-hitting older horses with a lot of speed. Our Caravan, how many times have we said it, though? Michael Dubb claims horses with an idea, with a plan going forward. This horse got a great trip under Ruben Silveira, and it was a shame for the runner-up, Day of Fury, because he ran blood and guts and just got run down.
So good. A great ride, too, from Harry Hernandez, who has staked his claim to being the most talented apprentice rider this coming winter on the inner track. He's not afraid to be aggressive and ride speed, and he looks really seasoned and polished on a horse.
He does. I think we've got other young riders here that are talented, maybe not quite as polished as him yet. And you know, a lot changes if you ride, you know, a month or two. Just your natural fitness level and seeing a race. You got to ride a lot of races to start actually slowing things down and seeing the entire race.
All right, Our Caravan off the 62.5 claim for Dubb, and Rudy Rodriguez reports home a winner in the 7th as we continue on, and a nice bridge into our Saturday feature. It's the 8th, the Bay Ridge for New York-bred fillies and mares, and here's Johnny I.
Carry Me Away from the inside post is out for the lead. Sharifa is right alongside, and Temperament Patty from the extreme outside runs in third. Then it's Smitten by Gold next in fourth. Down at the rail is Say 3 Hail Marys into the turn. Carry Me Away leads the way here, getting clear by 2 lengths. Sharifa runs in second. Temperament Patty is next in third. And Say 3 Hail Marys is fourth. Smitten by Gold in fifth. Star Grazing in sixth. Then it's Flip Cup in seventh. And Storied Lady trails the field in eighth. And they're moving up the backstretch. Carry Me Away is the leader. And Sharifa is giving chase in second, with Temperament Patty in the clear on the outside in third. And Say 3 Hail Marys down towards the rail. Then Smitten by Gold in fifth, followed by Star Grazing, then Flip Cup and Storied Lady. The quarter, 23 and 3, the half in 48 seconds. And it's Carry Me Away in front here. Carry Me Away by a little more than a length. Sharifa continues to race in second. Temperament Patty, Say 3 Hail Marys, third and fourth. So positions unchanged with Carry Me Away still the one to catch. Here's Sharifa now getting closer on the outside. Sharifa, Carry Me Away. It's Sharifa in front as they come into the stretch. And Sharifa quickly opens up here. Sharifa's got a 3-length lead. Say 3 Hail Marys moves to second. Carry Me Away is dropped back. Storied Lady putting in a run on the extreme outside. It is Sharifa. Challenged here by Say 3 Hail Marys. Storied Lady is third. Say 3 Hail Marys has won this State Bred Stakes. She takes it over Sharifa. and Storied Lady.
Little revenge for, say, 3 Hail Marys, who has chased Sharif in the past and has finished behind her in their last few meetings. But today, she was able to close it down at 1 mile and a 16th.
And just got a really, really nice ride and a great trip with Jose Ortiz. Saved ground, came out when he had to. Sharifa did not change leads through the stretch, hung on her left lead, where you see, say, 3 Hail Marys on her proper lead, and maybe that little bit of extra energy made the difference.
The Very Unstable, one of our favorite owners' outfits. They got a great name, and John Morrison's done a nice job with this filly by Repent.
John, say 3 Hail Marys looks so good here in the paddock and warming up. I guess you had a prime for a big effort.
She's come into this well. I knew she was going to run well. Everything worked out. Jose, perfect trip. I'm just happy about the results.
It seems like you've trained for the Very Unstable for a while. What's it like, that relationship?
Joe Joya, I mean, it goes back to our Richie O'Connell days, and when after Richie got out of the game and everything, Joe's just been a very loyal client, and we've had some success here the last few years, so keep going.
You were with Richie O'Connell for a while. It seems like you picked up a lot from him.
Yes, yeah, we're kidding. One of these years we're going to name a horse. What would Richie say? So if you see a name in the future, that's what it might be. But Joe's been very good to me, and and the results, very happy for him.
Now with say 3 Hail Marys, what do you think you do with her next?
I don't know. We were talking about it before the race. We got the winner's showcase day coming in February. We'll see how she comes out of this and just kind of go from there.
Great job. Congratulations.
Thank you. All right, thank you. Thanks, Rick.
All right, about $350,000 in career earnings, which is saying a lot considering she's by a stallion in Repent, who's got a published stud fee in the racing form of just $1,000, and the Very Unstable's got a good mare here and Just Call Me an Angel.
And you put on top of what she's earned in purses, the fact that they bred her. The New York breeding program is the best in the world for bonuses. So not only are they getting those big purses, they're also getting breeders' awards. Adds up.
And I like hearing Richie O'Connell's name. I know you had a long relationship with him, and you still will wax poetic given how good a trainer and horseman he was.
Tremendous horseman, really understood the animal, understood where they belonged to run. Just he was the entire package, and John actually was the assistant trainer there when I was riding Thunder Rumble for him. So a lot of history, go back a long way.
Yeah, John's trained quite a few nice New York breds, and tell you, say 3 Hail Marys is right there. As we head for our little crossroads, Saturday's 5th, we'll cash out the pick 5, the pick 4, but it's also leg number 2 in Saturday's big pick 6.
Now you can enjoy your favorite pro and fantasy football teams while playing the races in style as Longshots welcomes back NFL Sunday Ticket. With over 400 HD TVs, 270 individual carols, a full-service sports bar and food menu, Longshots is the place to catch all the great racing and football action. So come on out, bring your friends, bring your league to Longshots, located on the 2nd floor at Aqueduct.
Little Big A Blue at that Long Shots commercial, and we'll have a live racing card here tomorrow afternoon, including day 2 of 2 of the annual stocking stuffer. All those goodies, the premium giveaways you may have missed, or maybe you just want to pad the kitty with the holidays coming. They make great gifts. It's set outside, the sun that is, on a day we were up in the mid-60s, and still some simulcast action going on, Mig. You can see the view of the clubhouse off the paddock, Gulfstream, little Tampa Bay Downs, and Los Al running.
Well, right outside our studio door, the joint is jumping, and people are still into it. It's very festive. It feels like the holiday season from that standpoint, even if the weather doesn't make it feel like Christmas time.
Jason and the Mig, glad you're still with us. Segment number 2. Let's continue on in Saturday's double pick 6 carryover. Race number 5, pretty contentious, $25,000 starter allowance as we send it back up to John and Brielle.
Petrocelli and Jack O'Liam from the inside, Groupthink from the outside as the field runs for the clubhouse turn. Petrocelli has the lead, Jack O'Liam runs in second, and Groupthink sits right behind in third. Down on the inside is a Village Warrior next in fourth, Bird Prince far outside in fifth. Then comes Total Joint in sixth, followed by Sir Macho and Distorted Dream. They head for the backstretch. Petrocelli is the leader here by a length and a half, with Jack O'Liam running in second. Then Bird Prince and Groupthink right together third and fourth. Total Joint is running in 5th. Down on the inside is Village Warrior. And they're followed by Sir Macho and Distorted Dream. Petrocelli continues to lead here. It's Petrocelli in front by almost a length over Jacko Liam. The opening quarter, 23-2, and the opening half mile in 47 3/5 seconds. Petrocelli on top here, and now Jacko Liam draws right alongside. So it is Petrocelli and Jacko Liam. Jacko Liam now takes the lead from Petrocelli. Total Joint has moved up into 3rd. Then it's Groupthink, Bird Prince on the far outside. Sir Macho is 6th. Then Distorted Dream in 7th. And way back is Village Warrior. The field comes into the stretch with Jacko Liam in front and Total Joint giving chase. Jacko Liam spurts away. Jacko Liam by 5. Then Total Joint, Sir Macho, Bird Prince, and Groupthink. Jacko Liam turning it into a rout. Jacko Liam's going to win here by better than a half dozen lengths. Total Joint held 2nd over Sir Macho. Bird Prince was 4th.
This horse really found his form and got better than ever over the summer down in the Mid-Atlantic, but he is back on the Big Apple. That's where he started his career, and he's just better than ever.
He really is, and he set a great trip off of Petrocelli, who set the pace, kind of late 2nd, but kind of riding the race, Jose Ortiz, like he was on the lead. And a very, very shrewd claim, very sharp claim by Steve Caceres, who all of his horses at this moment are running really well. Steve, a guy who's consistent, gets it done year-round.
Veteran trainer, top horseman. He's got the Big Deluxe coming up in our 3rd segment. He'll try his luck off a 99 buyer and first off the claim in a very contentious race as we check out everything else that happened on this opening Saturday on the inner track. Day 30 already. Let's do it. Johnny I off the quarter pole for races 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 9.
On the outside is Castaway with Mach 7 in between horses. Every dog has his day. Castaway now comes on to take the lead. Then Every Dog has his day, and Star of New York is kicking in late, but now there's less than a 16th to the wire. And Castaway has the lead. Star of New York, 2nd best. Castaway the winner. Star of New York was 2nd. Then Every Dog has his day and Mach 7. As the field comes into the stretch. And here's Surf Spun now to take the lead with Francis Freud up on the outside to challenge. Vancouver is now in 3rd. Then Toddy Royer and Promise and Hope. Francis Freud with the lead over Surf Spun. It's Francis Freud in front and in front by a length as they come down for the finish. Late run here by Promise and Hope. But it is Francis Freud to hold on. Close for 2nd between Promise and Hope on the outside and Toddy Royer down at the rail. And then it's Reed the Prospectus, who's advanced into 4th, is out in the middle of the track. They pass the 3/16 pole. Moore's NT to challenge Good to Look. Moore's NT, Good to Look, heads apart. Then it's Tug of War, Read the Prospectus, This Hard Land, and front down at the rail. A 16th out. Moore's NT, Good to Look, hanging in there. Good to Look, Moore's NT. Moore's NT had just a little more right at the end. Good to Look. Funny How is 3rd, and the field is in the stretch. And it is Zoo Yorker with a 5-length lead. Nobody Move in 2nd. I'm Funny How is 3rd. Then Cold as Ice and Guyana Cat. Zoo Yorker in front by 3.5 lengths. Nobody Move giving chase. They come down for the finish. The lead is diminishing, but Zoo Yorker holds on 3/4 of a length. Nobody Move was 2nd. It was a big break. Back to a photo for 3rd. Far outside. Finn's Quest down at the rail. Twice Mike is now the trailer. 3/4 went in 1:13-4. Grandpa Len has been in front right from the start. Continues to lead, but Marriage Fever is drawing closer on the outside. Grandpa Len. Here's Marriage Fever. Marriage Fever on the outside. Grandpa Len on the inside. They come down for the finish. Marriage Fever. Grandpa Len. Marriage Fever by a neck. Grandpa Len was 2nd, 4 lengths. Back to Finn's Quest in 3rd. Stretch. It is a Gaming with the lead and Fumin Newman on the outside. Gaming trying to hold off Fumin Newman, who's getting closer now. Gaming, Fumin Newman, they're right together with a 16th to the wire. Fumin Newman on the outside. Gaming is game down at the rail. They shriek for the finish, and it's going to be a photo finish. Fumin Newman or Gaming. noses apart in the finale.
How does a pick six payout with Fuman Newman winning in that narrow photo in the nightcap to the tune of nearly $151,000? Merry Christmas and happy holidays.
Well, you know, that's what's great about the races. Not only you go out, you have a great time, enjoy the races, you can have a life-changing score. I say it all the time. Yep. And even if you don't, you're still going to have fun.
You're going to have a great time. Erod Ortiz, Jimmy Jerkins with a homebred for the Newman Racing stable, and they've got a good mare that won a half to Tricky Zippy, who didn't show up with a great effort yesterday in the feature, and I Love Lulu. She is just a mare that throws runners. As we have runners in race number 3. Let's go back to Cappy, and this was a good battle. The favorite, read the prospectus, a complete no-show. Take us through with more Zen-T and good to look.
Yeah, keep an eye on Kendrick Carmouche on the 5. He's hitting left-handed here on the inside, and I'm pretty sure he thought about switching back to his right hand, and you're going to see in the transfer, there it goes. Just one of those things. It happens to the best of them, and here it happened to one of the best of them, Kendrick Carmouche. And I don't know that Good to Look could have run any harder. I mean, he seemed like he was locked in a battle, giving 120%. I just know that if I'm Kendrick, I know that feeling because I've done it and been beaten narrowly. You just wish you had it.
Yeah, you just wish, but the horse showed up with a good effort, and will live to fight another day, as will more Zen-T, and we can get into the rider standings with another card down. Jose Ortiz, the only rider in the room to walk away with more than one victory. He had a riding double. And just to prove, or just to show how young this colony is, the first 4 winning riders in Harry Hernandez, Dylan Davis, Manny Franco, and Eric Consell. Well, Dylan Davis, who turned 21 about 2.5 weeks ago, the oldest of that group.
The elder statesman at 21. And how about those riding Davises, Jackie Davis, Dylan Davis, and Katie Davis? They're bringing in prices. I mean, what do you think their ROI is?
Crazy, crazy, crazy number. Jackie's may be over $100. Claims. Well, you talk about the season of giving and maybe some stocking stuffers. How do you like 10 claims through the first 3 races? We had 4 out of race 1 for 12.5 tags. Tags a little more expensive in the second at 14 Gs. We had another 4 out of the second, a pair out of race number 3, including Good to Look. Speaking of living a fight another day, he will do so for trainer Carlos Martin. Read the prospectus, a 5-way shake, looking cool in for the 20 Gs. Didn't show up in North Slope. David Jacobson taking that one off Kieran McLaughlin for 62.5. The Big Deluxe, a white-hot Steve Cosaris, and a preview coming up for your Sunday viewing pleasure here on Insider. The MIG calls them Sunday Fun Days, and we'll have one here tomorrow. 9 races, no triple carryover in the Pick 6, but a 10% winner's bonus in those Sunday Pick 3s, and we'll have the preview. In fact, we'll focus in on the final Pick 3 that begins in race number 7, and let's break it down with the keys to the race. I think the biggest point of these 3, MIG, the first one, can the Big Deluxe deliver again in a race where there's just a ton of early pace?
Well, and that's the thing, the speed from Gentrify and Call Daddy. He's going to have to deal with that, but he has won from just off the pace before, although I do think he prefers to be on the lead.
I have really been a fan of this horse. He is probably one of my favorite horses running. In fact, in the top 10, I should say. 11 for 38 lifetime, and he'll look to win 3 straight tomorrow.
And runs for Steve Cosaris, who it was a claim back from Steve Cosaris. So, you know, they have confidence in him, that's for sure. And he's got success over the inner track as well, which I put a lot of importance on. He does sport 3 wins here.
And the second key, Long for the City gets back to a sprint. I think he shows, and he's on the lead. Last time out at a mile, 8 furlongs is just too far.
Yeah, and I think the turnback's going to help him, considering the amount of pace in here. And I think he'll be rallying from off the pace, and it should intensify his late kick. You see those horses dropping out of those longer distance races. They seem to find more in the stretch.
And from 7 to 6 with Manny Franco, who's a couple weeks away from his 21st birthday on December 19th. He rides an in-form colt by Fusaichi Pegasus, who has found his form for Chris Engelhardt.
He really has, and he's another horse that projects to get a good trip with the amount of pace, at least that we see on paper. Now, we know that, you know, it's one thing to look at a race on paper. It's another thing how it runs on the racetrack. But it does appear that there are a couple of of need the lead types in here, so you should get a quick pace, and this horse is not slow. He should get position at least in behind that speed.
All right, Leather Tough Veterans in race number 7. Different kind of race in the 8th as we go 2 turns at a mile and 70 with the 3-and-up fillies and mares. And we saw it last winter with Wayville Avenue. She developed all winter long for Chad Brown. Does High Ridge Road, who's coming in off a wet track maiden win, does she continue to improve from the outside post?
Well, I do think she's on the steady improve, obviously, by her numbers. But there are a lot of question marks, and she's going to be very well bet. And she's going to get a fast track. She's going to go around 2 turns for the first time. It's going to be her first time against winners. I think there's a lot of questions to take a short price on this filly.
All right, we'll see what she's made of with Erod Ortiz for Chad Brown. Filly by Quality Road, as we have a New York bred for Rick Violet Jr. and Kathy's Humor, and a KG Aaron Grider will be at the controls.
Yeah, Aaron's, I think, riding very well. A guy who knows his way around the inner track, that's for sure. And this filly's got a lot of foundation. She's run a lot of good races, 8 starts, so you know that the mile and 70 yards, 2 turns aren't going to be a problem for her. I just wonder if she's got that little bit of forward movement she's going to need facing open company.
Bernardini filly on the rail for a little Juddmonte and Bill Mott. You've got Top Connections, and Manny Franco will have the call on Endless Chat, who comes in off a narrow victory, a maiden victory at that at Churchill Downs.
Good to see a Juddmonte horse on the inner track in December. And she's run well around 2 turns. I find that's always a question with me. I want to see them do it once. She was second, came back to break her maiden going a mile. She gets an inside post. She's going to save ground. And she has tactical speed, so she shouldn't be far away.
And let's continue on with lofty blue blood outfits as we go from Juddmonte to Shadwell Stable. Our countdown, New York's top 19 of 2015, continues with the Remsen Stakes and the now unbeaten Mohaymen.
Then comes Giftbox, who's racing in 5th, just 4 lengths off the lead. On the outside is Marengo Road. Then it's Sail Ahoy, and farther back Ravenheart and Hunter O'Reilly. The half was run in 49 seconds. And they're still chasing Donegal Moon, who continues to lead, takes the field into the far turn. Donegal Moon now by a head as Flexibility gets closer on the outside. Mohaymen is down at the rail in 3rd, with Runaway King to his outside in 4th. Giftbox now begins to pick it up and is gaining ground in between horses. Sail Ahoy now within 4 lengths of the lead. Marengo Road's on the outside, then Hunter O'Reilly and Ravenheart, and they're at the top of the stretch in the Remsen. Here is Flexibility. On the outside is Giftbox, and towards the rail it's Mohaymen. So 3 of them arrive at the 8th pole together. Flexibility, Mohaymen. Giftbox is now in 3rd, and now there's a 16th out, and now Mohaymen has taken over the lead, and the Tappet Colt is going to stay undefeated. He's 3 for 3. Mohaymen the winner by 2. Flexibility was 2nd, and Giftbox finished 3rd.
And that'll do it. Mohaymen 3 for 3. It's off to Florida. Maybe a start in the 2016 Kentucky Derby. Jose Ortiz, the riding star on the day for the stable, very unstable, and John Morrison in the Bay Ridge.